going to play another game, or is this like what? I don't understand.
If you can reach the end of the game, I'll give you eternal happiness.
And then you say deal, and I say yes.
Stop ruining this!
Eternal happiness? No deal.
Now she's
Wonderful.
arguing with him.
Fantastic. Ready to... Wait. What?
No deal. No.
The only end of the promise he's kept was making sure I can get into Phantasmagoria. That was it. Everything else was a lie. Yeah, she is not letting him do his monologue. Oh, let's see if she'll dance again. I have a weird feeling that, like, the music's not gonna work.
Huh. Is this a new dance song?
Something wrong with the record player. I mean, not the oh my god, I said record player, dear lord help me. Something's wrong with the tape, you hear it? Listen to it. It's out of tune. And she's also not dancing to it, which is weird. Yeah, it's completely out of tune. She doesn't even recognize it. I know it's out of tune because I remember what it sounded like originally because I was editing. You know what? Never mind. Continuing.
Mr.
Her mom's missing. Can't interact with anything. I'm gonna throw some sparkles for good luck.
Mommy?
It still says October 11th though. I'm pretty sure it's the same date that was on the calendar when I first started. So it's the same day. It's kind of weird. Okay, I can't walk that way. Okay, the car is back. What's going
Mommy?
on?
I'm back. Mommy, don't ignore me.
She can't hear you.
Are you angry because I couldn't get the happiness for you?
Huh.
What's happening? Mommy?
Oh shit, don't tell me I'm dead. I think she's dead,
Must be a
guys.
bad dream.
I think she was dead this whole time. Look at this. The car is back. The police is there. She's crying. She couldn't have been the one to drive the car, I don't think, because she was home the whole time. Oh, that's my body. What the? Oh, the sparkles! No! Bruh. I'm gonna throw sparkles anyway. I can't. It's not letting me. Rip.
Is that... Oh no, what have I done?
What have you done? What do you mean, what have you done? You just died.
Oh, Benji, you're back. I thought I lost you too.
Aww.
What's this? What's happening? We need to go?
You're dead.
Alright.
Accept it. Alright, come on, Benjamin. Show me the way.
Oh, Puppy! I'm so happy to see you again. Wait for me, Puppy.
If I'm seeing that puppy, I'm definitely dead. Hi.
Who are you?
I'm a little lady. Misfortune. That's who I am.
Lady Misfortune?
Yes, you could say that.
Good. Step inside. We were expecting you.
Nice. This game is called Song of Nunu. It's a game based on the League of Legends universe. My understanding is that the game's contents are canon. At least from what I understand. And yeah, so it's basically about a kid and his friend Yeti, who basically, I guess they're like exploring around, and I don't know much about where this story is gonna go. This game just came out like yesterday, I'm not even kidding. So I have no idea what direction this game is gonna go in, but we'll see. I've been waiting to play this game for like 2 years. I'm actually more familiar with the studio that worked on this game than I am with like what this game is actually going to be about, so we'll see. I'm very familiar with the League of Legends universe though, so if there's like lore stuff that I remember or that like comes up to mind, I might mention it. So you guys can like think about it, I guess.
Hello?
Alright, let's find this Yeti. I can't really turn the camera to look around. Aww! He got me with a snowball, what?
Very funny.
Nice.
Here? Well, if you're ready to lose again. What? I won the last dozen. Oh well, prove me wrong. Ladies and gentlemen, the champions, Nunu of the Miltai, and Willow, the mighty Ruterra's last Yeti.
Last Yeti? Oh, hell no. Whoa. Oh, fuck. Ah! I can't let this Yeti win me, guys. I can't. Got him. It's fast. I gotta be careful. Got him. I will win this. I will end you. Don't fuck with me. Oh, I can dive. Okay. Oh. Get wrecked. Get wrecked. You are not winning this snowball fight, good sir. You're about to get wrecked by a little kid. Go ahead, play. Ah, he bonked me. Okay, you got me once, you got me. Oh, way too high. Uh-oh.
Nice.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. He's getting agitated. Fuck. Oh, you got me good that time. I'm a lot faster than you. I think. I hope. Oh, man. Oh my god, I might actually lose. He's not going easy on me, guys. He's gonna fuck me up. Oh. Oh my god. Ah! He got me 3 times. You know what? That's it. I'm going ham. I still won. Fuck you. Fucking victorious, guys. Nunu won, Willem 0. Amazing.
Okay.
He disagrees.
Small lead, but a lead is a lead.
A lead? He got wrecked.
You acted to get a war like a race? Are you tired of losing?
I think I'm gonna lose this one. Oh shit, he's fast. Alright. Uh-oh. That's no fair, you have 4 arms. Cheater. You have 4 arms. How can I possibly win against you? Fine.
Yeah, you, a 4-armed Yeti, have won a climbing race.
See, he
against
points
a
out what I
tiny boy.
said.
How mighty!
Got it. Alright, there we go. I figured it out.
Cool.
I got 3 brain cells now, guys. Okay, I got -3 brain cells now, guys. I can't believe I did that. I literally just died for no reason.
Yeah, I know. You need my spellslonger powers.
Oh. I'm not done yet. I need to lift him up. Alright.
You're welcome.
But yeah, while I'm doing this, I did want to talk about Day of the Dead. So, Day of the Dead, it's a holiday, usually celebrated in Mexico. I'm sure there's other places in South America and Central America that may celebrate it. I don't know for sure though. I don't know if that's the case. But it is a neat holiday where the way it works, it's like a 2-day holiday where on the 1st of November, where it's the Dia de los Inocentes, so it's like Day of the Dead but for children, so like dead children. And then Day of the Dead November 2nd is for adults. And the idea is that it's like the time of year where like your relatives or people who were close to you who have maybe passed, like you have a chance to kind of celebrate their life after they've passed, essentially. A really popular movie that tends to circulate around this time of year is Coco. Yeah, it's like a reunion with the dead in a way, because like it's more supposed to be a celebration kind of holiday. It's supposed to be a happy holiday. A lot of times there'll be like music and festivities. But yeah, if any of you guys have seen, I know I keep talking about Coco, but like if you guys have seen the movie Coco, it basically encompasses the whole idea like behind the holiday, and I think it's a good introduction to the holiday for non-Spanish speakers and people who aren't familiar with it. I don't know, I guess in a way this stream, I guess I should have said this first. This stream is actually in memory of someone. About 3 years ago, I had a cat living with me who, I mean, I miss her a lot. Okay, and I know it's not the same as like, just regular human deaths and stuff, but for me as a Xolo and as a guide to the end of the world for just animals, I don't guide humans anymore, guys. I put that away. I can't do it no more, man. I can't. It's definitely one of those holidays where like it, like you start to think about stuff, you start thinking like, man, like I wonder if people are going to like care when I die, or like you start to wonder, like, I mean, I know these are like kind of dark thoughts and all that. I'm not trying to be like somber or anything, but for those of you who don't know, there's an emote that is, I believe if you cheer 1,000 bits, there's an emote called Ghost Freckles. That's actually my deceased cat. So just a fun fact. I never told you guys that before, I don't think. I guess I should talk about her and maybe tell you guys about her. So when I adopted her, she was 18 years old. That's a really old cat. like that is like geriatric cat, okay? She would actually, like for the first month, just hide in the closet, which I thought was like kind of unfortunate. Like I saw her in there, I was like, oh man. I don't know if she's scared or what. My cat was an indoor cat though, and she was a calico. I actually didn't name her. She came with the name Freckles, and when I just having her for the first month, it was really cool having her around, but I felt like she was still kind of like unsure of what was happening. Like you could tell that she was just confused as to why she was in my home in the first place. Turns out her owner actually passed away during Christmas the year prior, and her family surrendered her to the shelter despite being 18 years old. I mean, I can understand if like, there's nowhere for the cat to go, but I don't know, it seemed kind of cruel to me, so I adopted her anyway. I remember when I was gonna adopt her, the people at the shelter were like, are you sure you want to adopt her? We don't know how long she's gonna last. She's 18 years old. And I looked them straight in the eyes and I said, Yes. But yeah, she was a great cat. I still have her ashes here. I miss her a lot, you know. And every once in a while I do break down around the time that she passed. But she passed like in February, so I don't have to worry. It's not for a few months now, so hopefully I can hold back my tears until then. But man, was that a roller coaster. I mean, I don't regret anything. Just having her in my presence for as long as I did, and enjoying her company, and just getting to spend that time with her, even though it was pretty brief. She only lived about, I think, 6 months in my care, but it was a pretty good 6 months. We had some times together. We had some fun. I remember she was kind of arthritic, and toward the end of her life she was getting kind of stiffer and stiffer, so it was harder for her to clean herself. So I actually ended up taking her to the groomers. I took her to the groomer to get shaved down, and then I kept her nice and warm in my place. Because the thing is, she was starting to mat around like her back and like her legs and stuff. And the thing is, I tried my best to brush her, but it was the kind of thing that just wasn't, it just wasn't working out. So I was like, you know what? I'd rather her be more comfortable and not have to worry about that. So I ended up getting her shaved down. The groomer that I brought her to was really chill. I talked to her. I asked her about, the situation. I said, hey, I have an elderly cat. I have no idea how she'll respond to grooming. I've never, she's new in my care, so I don't know if she has ever been to a groomer or anything like that. And what's funny is that when I came back to pick her up from the groomer, I got a little report card, right? And the report card said that she was an angel. And I laughed and I said, are you sure this is my cat? But to be fair, she was a good cat. It wasn't even like she would get into stuff usually. I remember one time I came home and I saw a random chicken bone on the floor, and I'm like, what the fuck is this chicken bone doing here? And then when I took a look and I saw the chicken bone on the floor, I'm like looking around like, where did it come from? And I noticed that let's just say someone had left some chicken bones in a plate, like on like a table in the living room. And I guess I didn't see it before I left, and they got into it, and before I knew it, we had chicken bones everywhere. It was pretty funny. It was funny because she didn't really have many teeth left either. So, I mean, she had teeth, but it wasn't as like you could tell she lost a few of her teeth, but it was funny thinking about it. I was like, why was she playing around with these chicken bones? And what's funny is it didn't seem like she was eating them either. Like, they didn't have like little marks or anything to indicate that she was like chewing on them or anything. And you would think that that's more of like what dogs do, right? Like dogs, and when you think of a dog, bones are something that people associate with dogs, not really with cats. So I just thought it was like the weirdest thing, but you know what? It gave me a good laugh. And then I remember when it was time for me to say goodbye to her permanently. It was rough. I knew it was coming. The speed at which it happened, I did not expect though. So the vet basically told me, hey, your cat's levels in their, let's just say they had like a thyroid issue, and the levels of the thyroid were getting like really like crazy and out of control. And he basically told me, he said, look, you've done excellent for this cat, but she's getting up there, and we've reached a point of no return. So just make sure she's comfortable, do as best as you can, and there's nothing more I can really do. I said, okay. I think I was laying down on the bed like texting someone or on the phone or something, and all of a sudden I hear like a bunch of like papers moving, or it sounded like papers at first, and I'm like, what the heck was that? And I look under my desk, and it's my cat kind of like trapped in like the wires or something, and I'm like, that's weird, she never gets stuck down there. So I walk over, I'm like, hey, you stuck? You need help? And she was just like she was almost like panicking in place. I'm like, what's happening, right? So I pull her out. I'm like, what's wrong? What's wrong? Now, mind you, a couple days prior to this, she was walking a little bit stiffer than normal. I noticed it, but it wasn't such a big thing that I thought much of it, if that makes sense. But I do suspect that she might have had a stroke while I wasn't home a couple days prior. I don't really know for sure though. And so anyway, not knowing this information at the time, like not really thinking about this information when this happened, I was like, what's going on? So I'm like, what's wrong? You okay? And then she started like walking around really slow. And she was like making like this, like, I guess you could call it like a death gag. Like when animals are about to like, well, for anyone who doesn't know, when animals are about to kick the bucket, they have this like, they make this sound. It's like, I mean, I know like for like small animals or like baby animals who like are going to pass, like they'll like some people will say it's like a death cry almost, but she didn't really do a death cry. It was more like it sounded more like a cough. And it was very, I don't know, she just didn't seem as responsive as normal. And I was like, okay, something's going on. So she's walking around kind of slow and weird. She's making some noises. I'm like, okay, I gotta take her to the vet or something. Something's going on here, right? So I go to the vet. And, well, I call the vet, and the vet is about, you know, maybe 30 minutes from my house. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to get there very quickly, but I can try. So I called and said, hey, can I just bring her in? Well, they're like, yeah, you can bring her in, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, all right, cool. Before I can even bring her in, all of a sudden, she just kind of like drops down. And then she just like, I don't know what it was, but it was like she was panicking. Like, you know when like animals, like when they fall asleep, like you ever have like a dog, especially, or like a cat that's like sleeping, and then you could tell they're dreaming when they're sleeping and they start moving their legs around and stuff, like as if they're running. It was like that. But the weird thing was that her eyes were wide open. She was not asleep. So I was like, whoa. So I know this is like this is graphic. I should have put like a warning. So disclaimer here, if you don't want to hear about animal deaths, just mute me for a few seconds. But it was like she was running in place. It was like the weirdest thing. So I picked her up, and when I picked her up, she started scratching me because she couldn't control her body. She was just like waving her limbs around. So I was like, okay, let me put her on the bed. So I put her on the bed, and she stopped moving. She was okay, and she was just like breathing heavy. And I'm like, are you okay? You okay? You know, I'm over here like, I'm not gonna lie, I was panicking when I saw this. I was like, oh my god, my cat is dying. And then I thought to myself, like, I had the thought in the back of my head. I was like, oh my god, if she dies right here, she's gonna haunt my ass. And that she does. And here's the thing, a lot of people, they don't believe in ghosts and stuff. And I used to think, oh, it's whatever. But she actually does haunt me to this day. I'm convinced. Like, I actually ended up taking her to a vet that was closer. Put her down. She was not, like, the brain activity was not there. She was just not. It was done. She was done. I didn't want her to suffer anymore. And I was like, you know what? I think this is it. So I held her in my arms during her last breaths. But yeah, it was really heartbreaking. And, I think about it a lot, and I miss my cat, man. I really do. She was something. She was, she was something. So this stream is definitely, dedicated to her. I should have said that at the beginning, but I figured I'd say it now while I'm playing Planet Zoo, because why not? And, yeah, so for me, in my Day of the Dead, that is one of many people I think of. She still haunts me, guys. I'm serious. Like, I'll like lay down to go to bed, and every once in a while, she'll jump on the bed and scare the shit out of me. Like, I feel her jump on the bed. I shit you not, guys. I swear to God. Like, I didn't think it was like, I always joked like, haha, she's probably like, you know, she's probably haunting me, but I feel like she actually is. I guess we're gonna be super sad for a little bit now that I've fully and completely put myself down a spiral of sadness. I'm sorry to kill the stream, guys. That was bad. I didn't mean to ruin it. I soiled it. I probably soiled it, guys. I'm sorry. I'll make sure that if I leave this in on the recap, I'll put like a disclaimer or something. Like, skip forward to this part if you don't want to cry. Like, you know. Hold on. I need to wipe my eyes. You know what? Because this is a game I'm playing after Song of Nunu, I'm gonna name him Orn. Who better to name him after? So that's the only one you guys can't name. I usually don't name the animals myself, but I just couldn't help myself since we just played some Song of Nunu. I actually want to set up some tours in the zoo. I haven't done that yet. Something I would really like to get is the Arid Pack, because the Arid Pack actually comes with butterflies, and I'd like to do a stream where we just focus on like really small animals and stuff for the habitats. I mean, I think that'd be cool, but I need to save up for that. I used all my muns on Song of Nunu, so please forgive. You notice how the circle contracted just now? The circle will contract once you add more and more coverage around it to hide staff buildings and stuff like that. It just shrinks more and more. I think you can reduce it all the way up to 50% maybe? Or is it 75? Let me double check. Let me click on it. So if you go and you click on it, right, and you scroll down here, see where it says reduce negative area? It's 38% out of 50, so I could make it even smaller. So what I'm gonna do is I have no reason to make it smaller because this isn't going to reach any of the guests from where it is, but if I did have a reason, I would just continue to keep doing it, and then eventually it would just completely disappear into the wilderness and no one would ever know it's there. So I just added a bunch of random trees just to hide it. I don't care about how it looks. I just wanted to stop affecting the guests. It's amazing that I didn't catch that sooner. The good news is I have plenty of space to work with. Like, this is still, I have like such a tiny part of the map covered, right? And I've only started working out around in this direction. The bad news is I've only gotten this far and I have all these animals already. So I think what I'm gonna do, or at least something I can maybe consider, is maybe making like a gondola that goes like all the way through here. Like if I had a gondola that like went in like an arc, that could be a really cool way to like transport the guests around so they could see multiple animals. But I'd have to be careful not to have them go near the guest buildings because then they could also have a negative impact. So I have to be kind of vigilant on that. Let's check Spidey's offspring. Aww. God damn it. Ah. Every time I never get another Black Panther. I keep getting freaking, I get the normies, man. I get the normies. That's unfortunate. That's like what, the third or fourth litter of cubs and still no Black Panther. I feel like I'm not gonna get my chance to actually have another. Let me see what's on the market. I might have to find. No, there's no males that are. Ugh. I know I got lucky with Spidey. Yeah, Spidey was an anomaly because like you never really see that in sandbox games. All right, you're gonna name it Tree Hugger? Okay. Whoopsie. I don't want to name the tree. I'm trying to name the baby. Tree Hugger. There we go. Little Tree Hugger. Awesome. So cute.